Hello everyone! Today we are filming the last Kristin's Kitchen episode ever in this house. We are about to move next week, and if you could see my house, it's all completely packed. The last thing that needs to be packed is the kitchen, and I just knew this is the last day that I will be filming anything in here before it's all packed up and headed to the new house, which I am so excited about. I love everything about our new house, but especially I love the kitchen so much. Every single little detail in the kitchen in the new house has been chosen by me with lots of thought and intention, and it just feels so me. And I just think you guys are gonna love it. I think it's gonna be so fun to film so much stuff in there. The thing is, maybe one day in the future, maybe my mom will live in this house, which it's like a dream if my mom could live in here. And so I feel like it's not the last time you guys will ever see this house because we're not selling it, we're renting it to some of our friends. But still, this is not where I'm gonna be living anymore, which is so crazy. We've lived here for almost 4 years. I always knew we weren't gonna live in this house forever, and I was kind of always just looking forward to moving into our next more permanent place. But now that I'm moving, I'm like, oh, this place was amazing. It served us well. Last night I was thinking, what could be my final Kristin's Kitchen episode in this house? And immediately I knew I wanted to make Pavlova because it is my all-time favorite summer dessert. I made one that was like a Pavlova wreath for Christmas with like candied cranberries, powdered sugar, very much holiday, but you can kind of tweak it to just make it anything you want. So today we're gonna be making a classic Pavlova, but we're gonna make them into little mini ones, and then we're gonna put some lemon curd, some mint, whipped cream, and then topped with lots of berries, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be delicious. If you have not tried one, basically it's like a really crispy meringue on the outside, and then you bake it really slow so the inside's kind of like marshmallowy, and then with that fresh whipped cream and the fresh berries, it's just the most lovely little crispy, all the textures, all the freshness, but so much sweetness. It's perfect. Before we hop into today's recipe, 2 things need to happen. 1, I need to make myself an afternoon coffee because it's hit 2 o'clock, and that means it's time for my second coffee of the day. And 2, I want to thank National University for sponsoring today's video. As a mom, wife, content creator, podcaster, all of the things, we're all juggling many different things. We're not just one thing. I always like to remind myself that the chaos around is sometimes overwhelming, but also it's all things that I'm very excited about and passionate about, like chasing my little kids around, playing with them, trying to be the best mom that I possibly can, spending time with my friends, spending time with my family, being a good wife, also staying on top of work, filming content, all of those things. It's definitely a juggling act, but I feel like for any of us, adding student to the list of priorities and things going on in our lives can feel like way too much, but that is where National University comes in. They totally understand that when you are a student or you are going back to school, you are not just a student, you are a student and so many other things. So National University is an accredited nonprofit university, and they have very flexible 4 and 8-week online courses that help you achieve your dreams of getting your degree, whatever that might be. They also have amazing scholarship opportunities and just so many great tools to make getting your degree feel a little bit less daunting and a lot more achievable. So I'm gonna have all of the information that you need linked down below in the description box. Also, you can scan this QR code if you are interested. Now let's make a quick little coffee and get into the Pavlova recipe. The one thing I will say is with Pavlova, you do need to plan ahead a little bit because with how the meringue bakes for so long at a low temperature, you can't really whip it up right before people come to your house to eat. Okay, oh, where's my coffee? Okay, I have used many different recipes for pavlova. I feel like there are so many, it's actually kind of hard to choose from, like, okay, what recipe do I go with? Everyone that I've tried has been great, and I feel like they all pretty much have the same taste. But today I'm gonna be using a recipe from Natasha's Kitchen. I don't know that I've made this specific one before, but it's probably great. All we're gonna need for our pavlova, I'm very prepared today. I have all my ingredients in front of us. We're gonna need 6 eggs. Here we have some nice farm fresh eggs from our hens, 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, 1/2 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. See, look how prepared I am today. I'm so proud of myself. 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. I think this is really just to keep the meringue stabilized so that it doesn't just like fall flat. I completely just made that up, but I'm pretty sure that sounds right. A little bit of vanilla extract. You guys know my relationship with this Trader Joe's vanilla bean paste. Apparently, allegedly, they discontinued this. These are great. If you just have vanilla extract, that will work as well. We've already preheated our oven to 250. I prepared a big baking sheet with some parchment paper on it, and now we're gonna separate our egg whites. So when you're doing this, you're gonna wanna keep your egg whites completely separate from everything else. So always crack your egg. Oh, no. What am I doing right now? I'm like trying to teach, but I'm not even teaching anything helpful. So I'm gonna crack my egg into a separate bowl away from my perfect whites. Scoop out the yolk. Make sure I'm not getting any of the yolk into the egg whites because that is gonna mess up your whole meringue. And then I'm gonna put it here. Is that the way to do it? I feel like there's an easier way. But guys, I have mom brain right now. I also have packing chaos brain, so don't judge me. Okay, now we're gonna take our perfectly pure egg whites. Very important that they're pure. Okay, we're gonna put the egg whites into our mixer bowl, and then we're also going to add our sugar. And now follow me to the stand mixer. Ideally, in the next house, I could like have my stand mixer always out so I don't have to lug it out of like a deep, dark cabinet, but we'll see. So I have the whisk attachment on, and I am gonna whisk this together and let the stand mixer do the hard work, okay? I'm setting a timer for 6 minutes, and then I'm gonna check on it. And while this goes, I'm gonna go have my coffee. It's been 7 minutes on high. Oh, well, I guess I could just say it's been 7 minutes on high. So let's see how our peaks are looking, because we want it to be a stiff peak. This to me does not seem stiff enough. See how it's kind of still loose, not holding. Its tip should be like shoop, instead of like shoop. So I think I'm gonna do it on high for another minute. It's been another minute. We're looking for a nice glossy texture, very shiny. I'm definitely seeing that. So let's see if our peaks are more stiff now. This is what we are looking for. Very, hello, focus on the gorgeous peak. See that? It's kind of holding its shape. See, it's very glossy, very beautiful. This is perfect. So that took about 7 minutes on high speed. Gorgeous. We're gonna add our 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. We're gonna add our lemon juice. Then we're also gonna add our little bloop of vanilla. The reason I'm doing mini pavlovas is because I think it's cute and I've never done it before. There's not really a huge reason, but we are having friends over for dinner. Our brother-in-law, Nate, who is married to Marcus's sister, Shelby, he is from New Zealand, and I think pavlova is a very New Zealand thing, right? Look how beautiful and shiny it is. 6 mini Pavlovas coming up. As you can see, it's so fluffy, airy, and don't worry, these aren't like cookies where they will like spread out. These pretty much stay exactly where you put them, and they also keep the shape that you form them in. It's kind of like go like this works best, just one zoop. You can take a little spoon or something and kind of go up to give it like this decorative edge. Okay, I think I'm just gonna keep 3 with the ridges on the outside and 3 like this. Kind of just wanna do an experiment to see which ones I like better. We're gonna pop them in the oven at 250, and I'm gonna check on them in about an hour. These have been cooling in the oven, turned off for about 3 hours. You can see they're so light and fluffy. The divot could have been bigger, but that's all right. And then this is how the ones with the decorative edge turned out. I don't know which ones I like better. I can't really tell. You tell me what you guys think is cuter. And I'm gonna make my whipped cream. And then I'm having this lemon curd because Mama did not have the energy today to do the lemon curd. You probably all know how to make whipped cream yourself. All you need is heavy whipping cream, and you want to make sure that your whipping cream is very, very cold. That's when it gets tricky, is when it's not cold enough, and then it just takes absolutely forever to thicken to the right consistency. So we're doing 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then I'm also gonna add a little pinch of salt. Okay, now our whipped cream is done. Kind of the same situation as the meringue. You just want it to be, you know, whipped cream texture. Okay, we have all of our ingredients here. Our whipped cream, we have our mint, we have our berries, we have our lemon curd, which is totally optional. Whipped cream, a nice little layer, nice little dollop of the lemon curd. Not too much, because it can be like a little bit, you know, tart. Now we're gonna do some fresh berries. Looks so good. A few little sprigs of mint. I feel like it's actually so nice to have like a little handheld one, because usually you're cutting through the big, huge one. It can make a bit of a mess, and this is just so nice, especially if you're having like a little gathering. So I'm gonna bring this outside, and me and James and Marcus are gonna taste test. Okay, we have Pavlova. I made these little mini ones, so let's take a bite. Should we do it like Lady and the Tramp?
Yep. Go. Ready, Feasta, go. Very good. Have a bite.
Look at that.
Give her a bite.
I can't eat it because I'm too small.
Oh, we nailed the texture.
Nailed it.
Look at that. It's perfectly.
Give me this.
Here, get that.
Uh-huh.
Here.
Mom, I want one again.
Here, Mila.
I want one again.
Okay.
Can I hold it?
Verdict. I think I'm always doing the minis from now on. The mint is actually
Oh.
minted.
This is what I would say. I
What'd you say?
don't know if people know what a Pavlova is. If you told me what it is, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
But it's like it's like this.
Is that a last piece?
In the best way, it's like Lucky Charms. That consistency
like
of a
Lucky
Lucky
Charms
Charms
marshmallow.
You want the Lucky Charms marshmallow, and then you're gonna have whipped cream with like honey and like lavender and
lemon
lemony.
curd.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
And mint.
Yeah, and it's just it's refreshing. It's very sweet. It can be. It's not cotton candy, but it's Lucky
It is.
Charms.
I think that's why you have to have the lemon curd and the mint and the fruit to kind of
Yeah.
like cut the sweetness.
Yeah.
Because if it was just you eating the meringue, it's like
It's
a sugar
whole.
bomb.
I would say it's the adult version of a Lucky Charms snack. You know, when you're a
That's
kid,
a
and you just
great comparison because it is the exact texture of a Lucky Charms marshmallow.
and the sweetness. It's like when you're a kid, all you want is the marshmallows. You're like, just give me more of those marshmallows. But then you have to eat the other stuff because it balances it out. I would
Keep
say
talking to
it's an
them.
adult version of the complete Lucky Charms meal. That's what I would say. There's like a nice like kind of bloom. This camera is giving like a very like old school vibe right now.
Well, it's bedtime, and the verdict is you guys must make these. They are so cute. They are so beautiful. You can customize them with any fruit that you want. You can put powdered sugar on top. Get creative. There's so many different ways to do it, but I will have the recipe that I used today linked below, and this is the end of an era. The end of videos in this house. I cannot wait to show you guys the brand new kitchen. You're gonna freak out. I'm so excited. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.